I have $1,000 in the bank. That's checking and savings combined. I make $441,000 a year. I'm 39 years old, I'm single, and this is how I spend my money in Chicago. Alright, so let me break this down because the number sounds wild. My salary from CBP, Customs and Border Protection. I'm a supervisory Border Patrol agent, GS-14, Step 10, Chicago Field Office, near O'Hare. Base with locality plus LEAP, law enforcement availability pay, 25% kicker. All of that gets capped at $197,200. Most people hear Border Patrol and picture me in the desert. Nah, I'm in meetings. I supervise operations. I do paperwork. Been with CBP 16 years. Started in El Paso at 23. Transferred to Chicago 7 years ago. But the government job is only part of it. I own 3 rental properties, a 2-flat in Bridgeport, a bungalow in Archer Heights, and a 3-flat in back of the yards. Bought them in 2012 and 2013 when prices were on the floor from the crash. Net rental income after mortgage, taxes, insurance, repairs is about $84,000 a year. I do private security consulting on weekends, corporate threat assessments, event security, executive protection. Approved through the CBP Ethics Office. That's about $60,000 a year. And then the one nobody believes. I run a tactical gear review channel and website. Started it as a hobby, just reviewing equipment I was already buying. Between ad revenue, affiliate commissions, and brand deals, that does about $100,000 a year. More than my first 3 years at CBP combined. Dividend income? 0. I put everything into real estate. So my total pre-tax income is $441,000 a year. Pre-tax monthly income is about $36,767. Monthly TSP contribution? I max it out. That's about $19.17 a month. Took me way too long to start doing this. FICA, Social Security and Medicare combined, is about $1,400 a month. Social Security caps at $176,000, but Medicare hits everything, plus the additional tax on income over $200,000. Federal taxes, filing single at this income, 35% bracket. Monthly federal tax is roughly $7,300. That number makes me physically uncomfortable. State taxes, Illinois flat 4.95%, about $1,800 a month. No city income tax in Chicago, which is one of the few things this city doesn't take from you. They get you on the 10% sales tax instead. So after all of that, my post-tax monthly take-home pay is about $24,350. No traditional bonus from CBP. Government doesn't do that. All 4 income streams are baked into the total above. Total annual take-home pay is about $292,200. Total monthly take-home is about $24,350. For a single guy in Chicago with no kids, that should mean I'm stacking money. I am not stacking money. Rent, $3,200 a month. 1 bedroom in Ukrainian Village, top floor of a renovated Greystone on Hoyne. Exposed brick, in-unit laundry, rooftop deck. Way too much for one person, and I don't care. I spent 6 years in government housing in El Paso. I earned this apartment. Groceries, $400 a month. I barely cook. Protein, eggs, fruit, and everything else comes from restaurants. Utilities, about $190. Heat's included in rent, which saves me in winter. Electric and internet are on me. Student loans, 0. PSLF after 10 years of federal service. Credit card debt, $9,000 on cards. Paying about $400 a month. Built up last summer. Lollapalooza, camera equipment for the channel, new tires for the Raptor at $700 per tire. It crept. Investments. Outside the TSP and properties, nothing. Laundry. In unit, 0. Car, F-150 Raptor. Payment is $780, insurance $240, gas about $300 because that thing drinks, and $275 for a garage spot because street parking in Ukrainian Village in winter is warfare. Total car, $15.95 a month. Public transportation, $30 a month. Blue Line occasionally. Property maintenance, about $300 a month out of pocket above what rental income covers. Total responsible spending is about $63.15 a month. Fun and random, $900 a month. Bowls and Blackhawks games. Lower bowl because what's the point otherwise? Lollapalooza was a financial crime.
You are right. But you see, I am endowed with talent and you with money.
I buy gear I don't need. Optics, knives, outdoor stuff. Partly for the channel, partly because I have a problem. Last month, I impulse bought $1,200 night vision goggles. Used them once to look at a raccoon. Alcohol, $700 a month. I go out 2-3 times a week. A Friday in Wicker Park, couple rounds at the Violet Hour, then Division. That's $150 easy with the Uber home. I'm single, 39, no kids. This is my social life. Ubers, $600 a month. When you go out as much as I do and your options are drive drunk or pay $25, you pay. In January, I've taken $40 Ubers to go 8 blocks because the wind chill was -20 and I value my face. Total irresponsible spending is $2,200 a month. Eating out, $2,800 a month. For one person. I eat out almost every meal. Lunch is Sweet Green near the Loop or Portillo's at least twice a week. I refuse to pretend I'm above a beef and cheddar croissant. Dinner is DoorDash 3 or 4 nights a week at $30 to $50 a pop, plus sit-down restaurants on weekends. Girl and the Goat, Au Cheval, Monteverde. I go to nice places because I can, and because nobody's waiting at home with dinner ready. My DoorDash year-end summary was genuinely upsetting. Travel, $700 a month averaged out. Guys trip to Miami in February, fly fishing in Montana, solo trip to Iceland in November, Southwest Michigan weekends in summer. Gym, CrossFit in Bucktown, $190 a month. Hair, $40 a month. Polish barbershop on Chicago Avenue every 3 weeks. Clothes, $400. Uniform at work, but I've got a weakness for Carhartt and Huckberry. Plus boots. I have a boot problem. Nobody needs 11 pairs. Coffee, $160. 2 Dunkin' runs a day, large iced, year-round. I've stood outside Dunkin' in a blizzard waiting for iced coffee. That's who I am. Subscriptions, $150. Netflix, Hulu, The Athletic, Spotify, Adobe for the channel, a VPN, stuff I forgot I'm paying for. Channel expenses. Net out of pocket after affiliate revenue covers most costs is about $400 a month. Total bonus spending is about $4,840 a month. TSP balance, $112,000. Only started maxing it out 3 years ago. 16 years of federal service and I should have way more. Cash, $47,000. Checking and savings. For someone making what I make, that's embarrassing. About 15 grand is afloat for the rental properties. Rental property equity. This is where the real money is. Between the 3 properties, after mortgages, roughly $320,000 in equity. On paper, I'm fine. In my checking account, I'm concerning. Other investments. 0. No Roth, no brokerage, no crypto. Total savings is about $479,000, which sounds okay until you remember I'm 39 making $441,000 and almost half my net worth is locked in buildings I can't easily sell. Short term, murder that credit card debt. $9,000 at 21% when I make what I make is just laziness. Also want to finally open a Roth IRA because having zero liquid investments at 39 is not a plan. Longer term, thinking about a fourth property, maybe Pilsen before it's completely out of reach, or buying a condo for myself. Ukrainian Village 2 beds are $350 to $400. Mortgage would be less than rent. But Cook County property taxes, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a year on a $400,000 place. It's robbery. The channel is growing, and there's a version of my life where I retire from CBP at 50. Law enforcement gets enhanced retirement at 20 years, and do content and consulting full-time. That's the dream. People look at 441 and think I've got it figured out. I don't. I spend too much on food, too much going out, have $9,000 in credit card debt making almost $500,000, and I live in a 1-bedroom. But I wake up every day proud of what I do. I own 3 buildings in this city, and I live in one of the best neighborhoods in Chicago. Could I be smarter with money? 100%. Am I going to be? Ask me next year.